Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Minnesota Hiking Club Trail Series. Today, we traveled to Whitewater State Park. Prior to it becoming a state park in the early 1900s, Whitewater State Park area was a popular camping trip destination called Paradise Ranch. Its popularity helped galvanize the movement to have the valley area designated a state park, and in 1919, the legislature officially founded Whitewater State Park, although no physical land was purchased until 1921. By 1926, prior to a lot of its development, it began bringing in solid volumes of visitors. Like many other parks, it saw significant development in the 1930s when the CCC and WPA constructed camp facilities, and a good amount of it, what is now the central facilities of the park. Interestingly enough, once the CCC moved out, the barracks that housed the CCC was converted for a short time into a POW camp for German prisoners near the end of World War II. From the 1970s into the 2000s, the park has been the recipient of repeated flooding that damaged the park and its facilities. Until 1974, there was a golf course with sand greens, but the flooding destroyed the course, and it is now a meadow section of Whitewater State Park. The beach, constructed by hand by the CCC, still remains, and remains a popular area for the park to this day. The park was closed for an entire year following the extreme floodings in 2007, and numerous campsites, cabins, and the arch bridge have all been destroyed from the extensive flooding over the years. The nearby Elba Fire Tower, a cool excursion if you're in the area, I personally love the view from on the top of fire towers, was originally constructed to prevent landowners from burning the brush on their hillsides, a practice that aggravates the flooding and erosion already wreaking havoc in the area. A more recent occurrence is that peregrine falcons returned to Whitewater State Park after several decades of absence due to the restoration efforts and reduction efforts of harmful chemicals. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the park has an extensive 100-year history as a fantastic fishing area. They are indeed a great area, as my father-in-law would say, full of trout. I'm not an avid fisherman, but trout are stocked in the middle branch of the Whitewater River, so it's an excellent place to give trout fishing a go. Overall, the park has a history of having a little bit of everything for everyone, and has been a popular vacation and recreation choice for residents for over 100 years. So that's not a bad track record. The Hiking Club Trail is a 3.3-mile down and back trail to Coyote Point. The trail starts by the visitor center. It goes behind and through some lowland brush and small trees. The first thing we noticed is that the trails were nice and wide compared to, say, Carly State Park, and while there were some points that became tighter, they were few and far between, and mostly contained to the section of the trail that brings you out to Coyote Point. Once you slowly get up to the elevated section of the park, the forest thins, and you walk around a small clearing in the woods before heading out towards the direction of Coyote Point. After the clearing and a brief section of forest, you get to your first real glimpse of the scenery. We paused at the bench here to take in the view and also watch the birds soaring around in the valley below. A short stint after that, and you get a section of the trail that has a cliff on both sides. One side is obstructed by vegetation, but the other looks down on the entry road and campground below. From there, you get a good glimpse of Chimney Rock. My favorite part of the trail is Coyote Point. The hiking club trail starts from the visitor center, but the nature center located at the base is also a viable starting point, as there is a stairway that leads directly to the top of Coyote Point, which is shorter but more strenuous. We personally took the stairs downward. Overall, Whitewater is a really cool state park with an interesting history, and the vantage point provided on the hiking club trail really lets you take it all in. It's a wonderful hike that you will enjoy immensely. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video and series, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, don't forget to let us know your favorite trails in your local area. or any quirky hiking checklists you'd like us to check out.